Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal, and it helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Duke 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Not playing Control just yet. It's not done. Still needs some tuning. Okay, I'll admit it needs a lot of tuning. Shut up, it's fine. There are a lot of decks mulling over in my mind. I'm going to get to them eventually. But I did see a lot of people ask about if I've done, or if I plan on doing Jund Reanimator as well as Grixis Reanimator. So, previously I've done Sultai Reanimator. This time I'm doing some Jund because I really like Drakuseth, and I think Drakuseth is a really awesome card. And then eventually, the next time I do Reanimator, it will likely be a Grixis version. I think Grixis might be pretty decent. The only thing that I'm worried about is Pelakka Wurm, because Pelakka Wurm is a fantastic way to gain life. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens when we get to it. Now, in this deck, the point is just to dump stuff in your yard, and you can reanimate things. Now, I say you can reanimate things, and I'm actually going to make a slight adjustment here, because Blood for Bones is less good in this deck than it was in my Sultai build, because there aren't as many things that you want to sack and then re-get that same card back, whereas in the Sultai build, there was. You know, you wanted to be able to keep, like, rebuy Agent of Treasury. Whereas here, we want to be able to, with no board, just take one of our Chungus out of the yard and put it straight into play. But what's really interesting about this deck is it doesn't rely on the entire reanimation package, and we'll see exactly what I'm talking about in just a bit. You probably guessed by the thumbnail. Anyway, Force Supplier, very efficient creature, comes out on turn 1, puts 3 cards in your bin. If it dies, which you probably are going to have it die by blocking at some point, you can just put more stuff in your bin. Glowspore Shaman, very similar, dump stuff straight in your bin, but this has a nice larger body because you're going to be able to, you know, actually hit in for some sizable damage against your control opponent who's going to want to deal with this, because 3 damage on a 2 mana creature is actually pretty nice. What's also nice is that with Glowspore Shaman, you can kind of make sure that you're hitting your land drops to be able to cast your stupid cards later in the game. Similar, on those veins, we have 3 Gorging Vulture. Now, I've seen a lot of lists run 4 of these cards, but I've also seen them not run one of the other cards I'll be talking about in just a moment. So, they're insane. Gorging Vulture, it's a flying Stitcher Supplier, essentially. You get the top 4 instead of the top 3, but you don't have it on the rebound, but you do get 1 life for each creature put into your graveyard this way, which is helpful, yada yada yada. It's a helpful card that is a nice evasive threat, as well as just a flyer to block annoying flyers, if there are any. For Tormenting Voice, if we do get one of our Chungai stuck into our hand, we want to be able to get rid of those, and this kind of prevents us from flooding out by allowing us to just get rid of those extra lands that we're drawing and draw something else, hopefully. Now, the reason that this deck is awesome now is because Embodiment of Agonies. On my Sultai build, someone commented, I think a couple people actually, commented, why aren't you running Embodiment of Agonies? And I just didn't even really consider it. This card is actually pretty decent. Obviously, hitting lands into your yard with Stitch Supply and Glowspore Shaman can be bad, but theoretically, on turn 3, this could be a 6/6, right? And that is obviously Magical Chrysalis land, but what I found is very frequently, it's at least a 3-mana 3/3 flyer with Death Touch, and that's very close to being, you know, Vampire Nighthawk. The only difference, of course, is that Nighthawk had lifelink, and that was an incredibly important part of the card. Anyway, the upside of this card is fantastic, and later on into the game, if you top deck this late, it's usually going to be a great card because you're likely to have several different mana costs in your graveyard, and that can lead this to being a really easy to deploy, 3-mana 6/6, 3-mana 7/7. These are things that I've played in the game, and it's been real helpful. I've really enjoyed having this card. It is often a really nice early threat that opponents are hard-pressed to remove. Now, obviously, it does die to Ritual of Soot, which not only we are playing, but is also in other control decks, so that's a thing that you do have to be aware of. But the reason I'm running these main deck Ritual of Soots is because I don't mind as much if I lose my creatures. Obviously, I don't want to use it if I have Embodiment of Agonies, but if I have Embodiment, then I have a really good blocker, so I shouldn't have to cast Ritual of Soot anyway. Obviously, this card is just straight dead against the control decks. Luckily, we have Tormenting Voice to mitigate that. But if we aren't able to get our Pelakka Wurm out, then it's going to be difficult to win against super hyper aggro decks, because our creatures, while yes they can block, not all of their stats are great. Gorging Vulture, Stitch Supplier, and to an extent Glowspore Shaman can't block the best against these aggressive strategies, so Ritual of Soot, very helpful. One single Chupacabra, this card is nice. Sometimes you can reanimate it if you need it. This is a card that works really nicely with Blood for Bones, sack itself to get it back. But also it's just a nice removal spell that's on a creature, which means that you can, if you have to, reanimate it. 3 Blood for Bones. Sack one of these 3 things that you don't need in the later games, and you get hopefully something out here. That's just good. Also, you can rebuy your Embodiment of Agonies to make it even bigger. Massacre. Well, we'll talk about Bond of Revival, I guess. This is really nice in this specific version because since we don't have as much value getting from Blood for Bones, it's really nice to be able to just have them have haste. So Bond of Revival is just kind of our premier reanimation in this deck. I still think that in the Sultai build, Blood for Bones was like kind of all we needed. But Bond of Revival is really nice with Drakuseth, which I'll talk about in just a second. Massacre Girl is our first reanimation target. She's a board wipe against the aggro decks. She's pretty decent against the aggro decks. For what it's worth, you know, helps against hero decks. But against control, she's kind of just a 4/4, which isn't great, but it's the body. Cavalier of Thorns, however, is really nice. Cavalier allows us to, 1, dump stuff into our yard anyway, and choose a card, which is, well, you would get a land, but we choose a card when this dies, right? So we can rebuy our reanimation effects. We can rebuy maybe a Pelakka Wurm if we have the mana to cast it now, thanks to the Cavalier of Thorns. And it's a 5/6 reach, right? This is a fine card to reanimate. Just absolutely helpful overall. Possibly, you could make an argument for the other Cavaliers. Oh god, I have to make a 5-color Cavalier deck now, don't I? Gotta put that on the list. I'm not even kidding. 5-color Cavs. Alright, that's gonna be a stupid deck. Moving on. We have 2 Drakuseths. When you get this card off a Bond of Revival, ooh, it's crispy. You get to attack, deal 7. Most likely it's going to be to a player, because you can also just dome 2 Planeswalkers for 4. Or one for 4, 1 for 3, and then their face for another 3, dealing 10 damage for a Bond of Revival at 5. That's nice. Or, you can attack your opponent's face for 7. Maybe, let's attack their Planeswalker for 7. Then we'll kill a creature A, B, and C. Why'd I say? Yeah, you do 4 damage, 3, and 3. Drakuseth's real cool if you can give it haste. Now I just want to play like a red-green monsters list that's just all about giving haste. Red-green haste monsters. These things, they just come to me. They just come to me and I need to make them. I need to build them, like my French girls. That sounded creepy. Pelakka Wurm. It gains life, it draws cards. I like this card, shut up. This is our mana base. It is okay. I don't think it's the best, and we'll talk about the sideboard cards after the games. Where's my music? Alright. I don't know why I was doing that. We did play quite a few games today. Not all of them were with this deck. I did try the control deck. It did not work. I also played some Grixis control in traditional before I actually started practicing here. But we played, what, 6 games, and we won 4 of them. So I shall talk about those during the games. This is one of the issues. Gotta mulligan that. It's fine, though. I'm likely going to just drop... Dropping Ritual of Soot is potentially awful if our opponent is on aggro. But I'm going to take a risk and drop... And I don't have a way to discard Drakuseth right now anyway. Fine. I was going to say, I've been coming up against more control decks than aggro decks in Unranked recently. This mono black aggro? Nope. It's probably Dimir control. Probably take Blood for Bones. They take Ritual. That's a big hint that they're aggro. But my opponent's just checking my stuff out. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna be an awful matchup. Mulliganing against a discard deck. What the fuck? Maybe it's... Is this mono black? Okay, it's artifacts playing... It's artifacts playing main deck Duress. That is interesting. Okay. I mean, I don't really want to play Embodiment of Agonies here. Because it does, like, absolutely nothing. What is it good for? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. This is probably just gonna be an awful game because of my hand. Are you not playing blue? Are they mono black brown? Yeah, and then you untap the Steel Overseer. Yeah, that's okay. Man, this sucks. You know what? Nah. Nah. This doesn't even count. Just a terrible situation. I probably had too much red in the deck, let's be honest. It's very hot. There we go. That should be fine. Anyway, let's talk about some of the games that actually occurred. First up, we went against Mono Green. And we were able to get down a very large... I think that was the game where I had a turn 3 6/6. And it slowed my opponent down long enough for me to be able to cast a Ritual of Soot. And then they just conceded after that because they were... they had nothing. They had a lot of low drop creatures. This hand is fine. I can Tormenting Voice to put a Pelakka Wurm in there. That would make this a 2/2 on turn 3, which isn't great. But theoretically, it could have other things before then. So this is fine. Yeah, we want to get something good after this. If we get Blood for Bones, though, that's a pretty nice thing with Embodiment, because then we can put Pelakka Wurm on play, Embodiment into our hand, and we're just waiting on our opponent. Second game was against what I thought was Orzhov Aristocrats, and then I realized it was a version that ran the Zombie Knight, the Vampire Cleric, Midnight Reaper, and then Chamber Sentry, the X-Spell artifact, and Ugin's Conjurant, the X-mana colorless creature that whose art is still like busted for some reason. Opponent, what the fuck? Hello? I'm actively on Reddit. My internet is fine. Opponent, what the... Wizards, why? I'm just trying to record a fucking video, thank you. Cool. Leyline of Anticipation, I guess. Very interested. I think I'm going to start with Shaman. I'm curious about the Leyline, though. Charter Course? Sure. Okay, is this just a... I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. So I have nice 3-mana 3/3s. But I can do better than that. So first things first, we attack. We go all in there. Oh no, Rotting Regisaur. That actually does kind of suck. So this is some sort of weird version of Reanimator, I guess. Okay. Well, I'll just play a 4/4 that has Death Touch? I guess? Okay, they have to discard. Discard's land. They have another land. They steal my Embodiment. I'm not gonna lie. This deck has surprised me. So, play another one. My opponent will now play theirs. I assume. And it'll have 2 power. Go ahead and block that. As I would like to not die. Next turn I can play Cav. Ooh, a Bond. Fortunately, of course, I didn't do anything smart. I think I do just Cav here. Ooh, Drakuseth. Don't mind if I do. Alright. So hopefully good things happen to me, and it's not my opponent. They have 1 card in hand. Do I block an Embodiment here? It's only 2 damage? Nah. They have, like... They have instant speed, Reanimator. If they have fucking instant speed, Command the Dreadhorde, the Salt will overfloweth. I would like to get my Drakuseth, please. Don't you dare have a counterspell. Don't you dare have something... Okay. Attack. Triggers. 4 damage I will deal to you, 3 to you, and 3 to you. Come on, resolve. Hell yeah, Drakuseth! For the value, the power, Oh my god, look at the damage. Straight down to 5. It's Theoric 6 off the top rope. It's the RKO out of nowhere. I can't believe what I'm seeing, Jim. Yeah, so, Drakuseth's pretty good. If you're looking for a Hail Mary, I don't think there's anything in my deck that can help you. No, I don't think there's anything in my deck that can help you, friend. Because my Pelakka Wurm's in my hand. And of course, I'm a madman. No, no removal. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and just attack first. And we're gonna go in 4 and 3, and that's all I can do. There are other targets you can't do both. Interesting. Deal with all of these, please. Nice. Got there. Cool. Yeah, the Orzhov Aristocrats deck, though. It wasn't a normal Aristocrats deck. It was a Command the Dreadhorde deck that planned on draining your opponent because of all of the X spell creature cards that die immediately on entrance. They're also free to get with Command the Dreadhorde. So I died. I hate that damn card. Third game was against Grixis Control. Fun fact, I was losing hard because they were just answering all my things. However, the one answer they didn't have was of my Bonder Revival. I was able to kill a Nicol Bolas, a Teferi, and deal... Math is incredibly hard. I think I had to deal... Yeah, Nicol Bolas was at 4. And I dealt 10 damage to my opponent. I won that game. We'll keep this. Got a Supplier on turn 1. Turn 2, very likely just going to play the Crag. Then let's see what we can get out of this. Not great. Embodiment of Agonies. Not very large here. Ooh. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Just going to leave that as a blocker. Then I can play an Embodiment of Agonies. Then I can play a Chupacabra. Then I can sack the Chupacabra. Bring it back. Oh. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's fine. Well. I mean, they're not going to block. Do I just Tormenting Voice something? I don't think so. I mean, I could Tormenting Voice the Cemetery away. Because I'm relatively likely to get another land in the top 3. I'm running 25. Sure, it's a use of my mana, I guess. Also potentially makes Embodiment of Agonies larger. Okay, that's fine. No attacks. I want to block. Agonies is at 2. Should be like this. So next turn I can Chupacabra on something. Wow, that was a lightning strike. So Embodiment's at 4. I'm going to take 3 here. I can Chupacabra one of these. If I can, I mean, if I'm going to. Au revoir. Hasta la vista. Fourth game was against Artifacts. I believe I just killed them by casting threats. Ow. Ow. Can I block this, please? Attack Chandra. Okay.
Hey, I'm meditating here.
Then I think I'm gonna blood for. Oh wait, this is gonna get creatures back, right? Damn. get a Supplier back. So I was going to Blood for Bones the Chupacabra to kill a Scorch. And get... Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's the plan. Get this back to the field. Get... Do I want a Supplier or a Gorging Wurm? Or a Vulture? I think I'd rather have the Vulture. Because it can give me lifelink. Alright, opponent has 3 cards in hand with an active Chandra. Chandra can't protect herself super well. I already had a Vulture. Why the fuck? Why? Why did I do this? Why did I not just get the danged card? Also, fuck you. Don't know if it'll matter. But yeah, I dumb. I should have gotten a Supplier because I would have been able to play both. This is really painful. As I said, super aggressive decks are an issue. I mean, this is hard to kill. This can gain me life. I think I have to play the one that's hard to kill. I would have preferred to Glowspore and Gorging, but I didn't draw land. Oh my god. Am I just dead? Yeah, I'm just dead. Fuck you and your good game. You're not... If you win the game, you're not the one to say good game. I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Fuck you. I want to get to artifacts. Yeah, I don't remember exactly why. I think I just played things. And they conceded. Then I went against 4-color commands, and they played a Teferi on turn 3, and I could do nothing. They had counterspells, they had planeswalkers, and I could do literally nothing. And then my opponent cast a Command the Dreadhorde and stole all my good cards. So, that was a loss. And then I went against Orzhov Vampires. I killed them. I had an embodiment for, I think, 4 on turn 3, so that was difficult for them to deal with. And I was able to kill some of their things with the Chupacabra, buy back Chupacabra, so always nice. This hand is fine. We're going first is better. Awesome. Play this, play this. Alright. I'm likely going to put a land back on top because I want to make sure I can hit my Bond of Revivals. So we're going to be milling ourselves for quite a bit. 7. Let's see what my opponent is up to. Blue of some sort. Possibly mono. Although, honestly, with that 4th land, I don't think I want to put a land back. I'm going to decline that. I could, of course, hate my life for doing this, but yeah, well, Castle Black, we'll see. Interesting. Azorius. Interesting. I'll attack. See what they want to do. I don't see why you would block. My opponent's in the tank. Apparently it's going to take a gigawatt. I don't... That's gigawatt. But gigawatt sounds more fun. We're going to take a gigawatt to make this decision. Okay, that was correct. Because they can make things lose abilities. So I can't block with my Vulture. But what I can do... I gained a life. What I can do is murder this with a Chupacabra. Of the Ravenous variety. Now let's see if my opponent just goes ahead and puts a Obsession on this, attacks in. Then I will have to worry about a good old-fashioned dive down. Dive kick. But we'll see. Opponent constantly deep in the tank. Alright. So they are just a straight up Azorius deck. You can just attack. There's no need to do anything to the Vulture because of the fact that you can attack through it. Okay. Are you going to attack? You shouldn't, because I have 5 on your 2. I got 5 on it. Alright, cool. Thanks, bro. There's like nothing actually strong in my graveyard right now. Fuck it. I feel like I should save my Chupacabra. Let's see if they block. Maybe they have something to flash in. I have no idea what my opponent is doing, man. At first I thought it was like pirates, but blue-white pirates doesn't make a lot of sense. Could be blue-white flyers? Rather, it's blue-white flyers. They're going to block the Vulture, I assume. Yeah, okay. I guess I kind of lose value off of it, but meh. Just play Chupacabra now. So now I have information, right? That's kind of what I was looking for, is information on what the heck my opponent's playing. They're playing flyers. Not a great version, because they're playing Guildgate, but... Also, was this always just cut off of the screen? I could have sworn... swore? Whatever. That I could read the names of my opponent's lands when I hovered over them, but... Kefnet? Oh no! How much would Embodiment be? 1, 2, 3? 4? I have a better idea. Excuse me. They block the Chupacabra. Should block the Shaman. There you go. They block the Chupacabra, I just get the Chupacabra back and kill it. What I'll do now is just get this back. I have 5/5 Death Touch. It lives against the Kefnet, which is what I needed. If they blocked the Chupacabra, it would have sucked because it would have been a 4/5. But currently, it lives against the Kefnet, and I can kill the Kefnet, and then I can deal some damage. But obviously, that depends entirely on my opponent having nothing in their 5-card hand. But I won't know for a while, because my opponent's a little slow. 4-card hand. Is it a curious obsession? Are you going to target your Kefnet? What are you doing? Come on. Come on, what are you waiting for? Don't think about hitting me, hit me. Come on. I'm right here. I've been the governor of Magic the Gathering for so long. Come on. Come on, hit me. Me and Filbothip didn't have an affair. Know what I'd really like? Fucking Beat Stick, please. I'm just gonna... I don't trust my opponent not to have Settle the Wreckage in this fucking deck. Fuck you, opponent. That's all I can say. I hate you. This fucking mid-range flying ass person here is running a damn Settle the Wreckage. Aren't you? Aren't you, punk? Come on. Come on, show it. Show it. Come on. Come on, go ahead. Bruh, like, come on. It doesn't take that long to make a decision. Wow! You had to Settle the Wreckage? Who would have thought? I don't know why it took you until you had a timer to do it, but whatever. You fucking slow piece of crap. Can I... Thank you. I mean, at this point I can just cast all of my fatties, so... Probably could get one of these back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure it would still be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How's it 6? For different mana costs and among non-land cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Where are they getting this other one? These two things have the same mana cost. I'm counting 5 separate cards. There are 3 lands and 6 total cards. So there should be 9 in my... I have no idea why that's like this. Also, you're playing Teferi? What? You playing Flyers? Or what the fuck are you playing? You're gonna bounce my Embodiment to get another turn with Kefnet. There's no way you attack with Kefnet, because then I just attack your Teferi. Although I guess you could have another Rally of the Wings, which is still just super weird. Okay, like, you have to... Like, that screams Rally of Wings. But if they use it, I'm fine with that. Look, it's at 5 now. What the fuck? Oh, because it counts itself when it's coming from the graveyard, you stupid dumbass. I mean, I'm going to attack the fairy. What the fuck? I guess they have an essence capture? What? Oh, I'm so confused, and of course I keep top decking lands. Give me something to talk about. How about love? I'm flabbergasted. I'm just so incredibly confused. My opponent has 3 cards. I shouldn't have something to do with it. History of Benalia? Oh yeah, sure. This is a blue-white stuff deck. This is just, these are the mythics and rares that I have. That is 1000% what this is. I've drawn 13 of my 25 lands. I've drawn more than half in the top 22 cards. Wait, are you shitting me? I've drawn 13. Damn. I mean, I can attack because my opponent's captain either dies or I deal some damage to them. So even with Rally of the Wings, they would still get. Okay, cool. You're at 7 now, I guess. Can I top deck any good card? Bond Revival. I'll even take a Blood for Bones. Hell, I'll take a damn 1-drop, just not a land, please. I don't need this in my life. What? Why? Why are you playing Ladylum Sanctity? Just why? Why do you need Hexproof? My opponent has 1 card left, apparently. Why would you attack there? Hey, look, it's a creature. What? I can attack here that forces them to block with one of their 2/2s. Because, once again, they don't have 4 mana up for a settle. They have to block with a 2/2 to not die. So now their attack back on me is not going to be as important. And I'm getting a Gorging Vulture, which puts them at 2. Why would you ever attack with Kefnet here? I'm going to get 3 life. Was that a Cav that was going to be on top? No, it's top 4, so it would have been Swamp first. I have 2 flyers. So my opponent, I guess, got a spell that they could reveal, maybe, or something? I don't fucking know, man. I'm just so confused. I play these decks not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Sure, that's a good card, actually. That card is going to fuck me up. Because it gains life. Fucking trash. Damn it. End of turn? Okay. So what I can do is just attack with Embodiments of Agonies. Then I'll just block with Kefnet. Don't attack with Kefnet, dude. Why? Why? Why would I ever not take the 4? I'm going to attack with just Embodiment. And then you'll have to block it with Resplendent. Even though you'll gain life, you will lose your Resplendent. This goes up to 5, right? Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Not going to block. I'd like my Vulture, please. Can I get anything good? I'll take so much. Landon coming in. Looks like I win. I'm just gonna go ahead and do one of these. Sacrifice this. Thank you very much. Oh no, I guess I don't win, but I make it so they don't have Resplendent anymore. I got 5. I got 5. I got 5 on it. Let us actually get a Cav into the grave? Or into the onto the field? Look at a Cav. And then cast the Choo. Casting the Choo. Oh, right. casting the Choo, taking out the Angel, attacking in with the Embodiment. My opponent has to block or they die. They lose their Kefnet. I then have a 5-6 on the board, as well as a 5-5, as well as a 2-2, uncontested. This is a win. My opponent, sure, activate it. You're just wasting my time. Actually die, please. Not in real life. I mean in the game. Nice lifelink. It does not matter here. I will attack. You have to block or you die. I have a 5-5, a 5-6, and a 2-2. I'm just gonna go listen to I've Got 5 on it again. That beat is just so damn good. Good game. I assume they're gonna concede. I went through 27 of my cards. Oh, they decided not to. Okay. Yeah, okay. If they didn't have a Cleansing Nova, then that would... I think, unfortunately, I was playing against a newer player who was just playing with their, their Raiders and Mythics and stuff. Which kind of goes to show that just because you're playing with a Raiders and Mythic doesn't always mean you're going to do great. Well, that player took a chunk of my time, so I'm just going to go ahead and open this pack. By the way, I might make a meme-ass video, bonus video, obviously, for... It's gonna be surprised. I might make it, I might not, and now I'm just teasing everybody. But what I will be making soon is my Oathbreaker DeckTech. We have not yet technically finalized what the name is going to be. Well, I guess I'm the only one truly working on this. Anyway, but I do have that on my channel page. If you want to have a voice in what I'm going to name my version of the EDH content stuff, then go over there, vote, give me recommendations, yada yada yada. I'm just going to go real quick through these sideboard cards. Duress, if you want to play this as a best of 3 deck, Duress is going to be very helpful at mitigating some of that annoying control cards. Cough, cough, counterspells. It's almost entirely counterspells. Fuck those goddamn. Legion's End is something if you're dealing with, well, for example, that Chandra deck, they are going to be playing 4 of a lot of cards, and Legion's End, helps out a lot. Noxious Grasp, I don't know what to say. This and Fry are just great cards, and if you're playing black, you should be playing Noxious Grasp on the side. If you're playing red, you should be playing Fry. The green version also is quite good. The white version is okay, and the blue version, in my opinion, is the worst of them, which is fine. Elder Spell. I hate this card. Play it if you have to. Find Finality I actually had in the deck originally, but I found that it was a bit slow. I don't know. It's possible you should be playing Find somewhere in the deck, but I didn't like it. Cryocranium is something that you can cast instead of Ritual of Soot. This is something that doesn't hit as many of your main deck cards, but if it does hit them, they are exiled, which means you can't get extra benefit out of your later on Embodiment of Agonies, which is why I decided not to play it. Writing Regisaur. Unlike the other version, we have fewer cards that are going to be necessarily stuck in our hand, and as such, we didn't really want Writing Regisaur as much. That said, if you like Writing Regisaur, go ahead and play it. Honor the God Pharaoh. Additional way to discard cards, as I said with Writing Regisaur, I didn't feel I needed it. It does mass, which is nice. Cavalier of Night as well as Cavalier of Flame are both good cards on their own. Flame can help you go through some of that extra mana that you just sometimes find yourself with, and deals nice damage. And then, of course, Cavalier of Night is removal, and it has lifelink. And you get to return an Embodiment of Agonies to the battlefield. I really like this card. I don't know how the hell I'm going to make a 5-color Cav deck, but I need to. Yeah, I mean, I have to. The meme has to be real. Final Parting. You can put a reanimation spell into your hand and a target into the grave. That said, that's 2 turns. One to play Final Parting, and then another one to actually be able to live and cast your good old Bond of Revival. So, not practical. Eldritch Born is just a nice value card. If you have it and you don't have all of the Blood for Bones or something, I think Blood for Bones is uncommon. So is Bond of Revival. I don't know, man. Eldritch Born's good. Play it if you want it. Ilharg, God Eternal Ronus, and Under Umlich are kind of other nice 5-drops, and these are cards that you can play easier. Massacre Girl has board states where she's like actually playable, and you usually want to save her for those board states. But Ilharg, God Eternal Ronus, and Under Umlich are all good cards that you can just cast on 5 that also make decent reanimation targets. So that is like the options, kind of the sideboard, as it were. And of course, I would like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Croft, Zin, and Russell, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the channel, find links to that down in the description below, or you can just go ahead and press that join button. become a channel member or some shit. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. I'm not your dad. Well, okay, well, apparently I am. Anyway, in the description, you'll also find links to my Anthrop account, where I host my deck lists, and you can start... I'm going to, as soon as this video's up, put up the rest of my damn deck list ideas. You can comment on them to give feedback on what you would like to see in those decks. You can like them, you can just view them, to let me know these are something that you want to see. So definitely check that out. And of course, the Discord server where we chat, play games, and you can ask me silly questions for me to actually respond to on recording, which is, you know, funny. It's funny as hell, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've said too many damn times, but if you did, go and... I fucking said it again. If you did, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast the comment section down below, turn to friends and video. I'm fucking hungry, alright? Shut up.